So, you don't have a heavy hitting portfolio built up yet. Here's the best thing you could do to catch a brand's attention. Hey, what is up everybody? My name is Owen Doyle. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. So by the title, you already know. The best thing you could do to catch a brand's attention if you don't have a portfolio built up is to create a spec ad. Now these are so important for small creators because it allows companies to see something that is their brand, because with a spec ad, you have full creative freedom to make something for that company. So if you feel like you don't have something that's quite good enough, you can buy a product that they offer and really showcase it and then send it off to them. Now for my spec ad, I chose a company called BRUNT workwear. They make work apparel and work boots. Now I could have taken a few simple pictures and sent it to the company via email or DM, but I really wanted to catch their attention. So I went ahead and just made a video for them. Now the reason I chose BRUNT workwear for my spec ad is because at the moment they are not a big name brand like Nike or Timberland, and my video has a better chance at being seen by a representative at the company. After checking out their Instagram, I really noticed that I had things around me that could help represent what they stand for. And what I mean by this is that they make a rugged work boot, but it can also be worn on the weekend for your anyday use. So for my spec ad, I had my dad put this boot on while him and his buddies were clearing some trails for the ATVs. Now this allowed me to show that the boot can be used to work in and have fun with. So I think that was a really big key point of this video, was work and fun, and I had to find a good in-between of the both of them. So now that that's done, let's hop in the edit and break things down a little bit. All right, so as usual, I started off with all my selects in a timeline here, about 14.5 minutes of footage. All right, so I drag all my favorite clips up to V2, and then from there, I go ahead and select those. Command C on Mac, bring them into here, Command V. I'm not actually doing it right now, but I'll do a video in the future on this whole process here. Before I do any of this, I find my song that I want to use. In this one, I went on a music bed and got this, Thunderbird. And then from there, I laid out all my footage in the timeline in the order that I wanted it to be. And for this video, I was having trouble with pacing, so I went onto Google and dropped this song into a beats per minute counter. I got 100 beats per minute, and then I downloaded this off YouTube, 100 beats per minute metronome, and I actually deleted the file, so that's why it's red in here. But that allowed me to really find the flow of where I wanted to cut. So I know in the beginning here, I cut on. This is not cut on anything. This is just, this shot holds because it's an important shot, getting out, showing the boot. All right, so these shots in here are cut on 1 and 4, these two shots. And then these shots are cut on 2 and 4. Right in here, I change it and they cut on 1 and 3. And then it's back to 2 and 4. Well, this shot is cut on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so it's cut on 4 right there. If you don't know a metronome, it's just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so it just repeats over and over and over again. And you can download some that are faster, slower, whatever fits your song. And then in here, I cut them on 1 and 3 again in here. If that makes any sense, this whole beats per minute thing. I mean, it's not important at all. You can just look at your waveform and see where the drops are, like this here. And then there's one here, but it's just a good change of pace and keeps it interesting if you cut on the metronome. So after I did all this timing, I exported an XML file out of Premiere Pro, brought it into DaVinci Resolve. So for my color grade, I went for more of a filmic look. I really brought down the highlights, kept the shadows around where they should be. I didn't crush them to completely black, but I kept them just above 0. And I mean, it's not the most beautiful time in the winter to be filming, so I really had to do some pushing and pulling of the colors to get something that looked pleasing to the eye. And I didn't want to go for that like super hardcore commercial look because it is an outdoor workwear company, so I wanted to get more of that gritty feel in there. And in my opinion, I achieved that, so I'm pretty happy with how the color grade came out. So after that, I brought it back into Premiere, made a new sequence called BRUNT boots, because this is like the final touches in here. And then I went in and did sound design. I usually do sound design in here, but I was really excited to color grade this, not gonna lie, so skip that step. And then just got some risers and whooshes, chainsaw sounds, all like the ATV sounds are added in. And right here, I added in a sound of someone breathing out to really enhance that right there. And then in the beginning, I added just this rise coming in. And then I also added the engine sound coming in right here and then fading out. Door opens rather. And then all this, I added like a fabric sound, so it's like rubbing up against there. Boot steps down, that sound's added. So this sound right here is filmed in camera, the boot's walking, and then the door closes is filmed in camera as well. All these chainsaw sounds are filmed in camera. And then just some simple whooshes and some risers and stuff, just embedded deep in the sound to give it a little texture. That's about it for the sound design, nothing extremely crazy. Here's one more look at the full timeline. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to me and hit the notification button. That way you can stay up to date when I put out new videos. And also make sure you like this video. And that's all I got for today. See you guys.